The first pillar. Welcome back to Giatti Glow, and welcome to week 2 of our Ikigai journey. I'm Barb Giatti, and I'm glad you're here. Every week we come together to grow and glow, learning to live more fully, more consciously as we glow from the inside out. This is week 2 of 12 of the Giatti Glow Ikigai podcast series. If you're following along in my 12-week Ikigai book, that's fantastic. If you don't have the book, that's absolutely fine, but you will want something to write with and write on. If you'd like to get the book, just go to the About section of Giatti Glow, wherever you found this podcast, and there will be a link to my 12 Ikigai Coach Sessions for Coaches and Individuals book on Amazon. Or you can just go to Amazon and search for Schnarr Coach. That's Schnarr Coach. Schnarr is my maiden name, and that's what I use to write these books. You can support this podcast by buying any of my books or donating at Buy Me a Coffee. These links are in the Giatti Glow description and at thelifecoach.store. Also, it sure would help me out if you could like, subscribe, and share this podcast. Thanks. Last week, we slowed down. We widened the lens. We began asking the deeper questions about purpose, meaning, and what makes life feel worth living. This week, we step into the first pillar of Ikigai, the one that often gets buried first in adult life, but may be the most emotionally revealing of all. At the heart of Ikigai is joy, not the loud performative kind of happiness that demands excitement or constant positivity, but the quieter satisfaction that comes from doing things that feel deeply right to you. Joy, in this sense, is a form of recognition. It's your inner self saying, yes, this matters. This feels like me. The first pillar invites you to reconnect with your passions. These are the activities, interests, and experiences you would be drawn to even if no one applauded or paid you or even noticed. They are often clues to your truest self, the parts of you that existed before explanations took over. Passion is not indulgence, it is information. When you engage in something you genuinely love, you are not simply filling time, you are inhabiting it. You are present in a way that nourishes rather than drains you. Research consistently shows that engaging in meaningful, enjoyable activities can improve mental health, increase resilience, and enhance overall well-being. But even without the research, you've likely felt this truth in your own body. There is a difference between time that exhausts you and time that restores you. Yet, many of us feel disconnected from our passions. As we grow older, life becomes more structured, responsibilities multiply, practicality starts running the show. Somewhere along the way, joy can begin to feel optional or even irresponsible. We tell ourselves we'll return to what we love. Oh, we'll do that later. When there's more time or more space or more permission in air quotes. This session is an invitation to return now. Not by making drastic changes, but by remembering, by noticing, by reawakening your sense of wonder. Passion does not stand alone in Ikigai, but it is where everything begins. When passion is combined with your strengths, it becomes craft. When paired with what the world needs, it becomes mission. When integrated with practical opportunity, it becomes sustainable. Without passion, the other pillars can feel hollow or heavy. With passion, they become energized and alive. So today, we explore joy. Let's begin with reflection. Think about moments in your life when you felt most alive. Times when you were absorbed in something so fully that hours slipped by unnoticed. These moments often leave behind a feeling of quiet satisfaction rather than adrenaline. They point towards what naturally draws you in. I want to guide you through an exercise called joy mapping. If you're able to write this down, great. If not, just imagine it as you listen and then come back later. Picture a page divided into 3 sections. The first section is past. So think back to childhood and your teenage years. What did you love to do before life kind of became about productivity and approval? What activities pulled you in naturally? Maybe it was drawing or writing stories or being outside or performing or learning or daydreaming. The second section is present. What do you currently enjoy, even if you don't do it as often as you'd like? These might be small pleasures or moments you look forward to. Things like reading or cooking or exploring new ideas or creating, making things better. The third section is dreams. These are the things you've always wanted to try but haven't. So no filters, no logic checks, just dreams. Write down anything that sparks your interest, even if it feels unrealistic. So once you've filled in these 3 areas, step back and look for patterns. Do you see any recurring themes? Maybe creative pursuits or helping roles or physical movement. Maybe there's something you're intellectually curious about, or maybe social connections or nature, structure, expression. There are no wrong answers here. Now, circle 3 to 5 items that resonate the most. Not the ones you think should matter, but the ones that give you an internal yes. Now, let's deepen this with a short journal reflection. Set aside some time this week to explore these questions. What activities make you lose track of time? What did you love to do as a child or teenager? If money and judgment were not factors, what would you want to do? And what is one interest or hobby you've always wanted to pursue but never have? As you write, notice any inner resistance that comes up. Many people dismiss their passions quickly without realizing it. Thoughts like, oh, I'm too old to start that now, or I don't have time, or I'm not good enough. These beliefs are common, but they are not facts. They are habits of thought. If you notice one of these voices, try gently reframing it. It's too late can become, it's never too late to begin again. I don't have time can become, I'll start with 15 minutes. I'm not good enough can become, joy does not require expertise. Remember, passion is not about perfection. It's about engagement. Let's look at David. David is 42 and works as a software engineer. In his 20s, he loved playing guitar. Music was a place where he felt expressive and grounded. But as work pressures increased, the guitar got set aside. Years passed, life was dull, but something was missing. During Ikigai exploration, David decided to pick up his guitar again. No goals, not with an audience in mind, but just 20 minutes a day. What surprised him was how quickly joy returned. Music didn't just fill that small space in his day, it spilled over into other areas of his life. He felt more creative and relaxed, and most of all, more himself. David had no plans to turn music into a career, and he doesn't need to. His passion became a cornerstone of his well-being, not a performance metric. This brings us to another practice for this week called the Passion Inventory. Take a moment to list 4 activities, hobbies, or interests that bring you joy. And for each one, consider 3 things. How much you enjoy it, how often you currently engage in it, and how much you would like it to be part of your life. You don't need to score this perfectly. This is just a way to notice what is calling for more space in your life. Then choose one activity, just one, and make a commitment to this week. 15 to 30 minutes a day is enough. This is not about discipline. It's about giving yourself the permission to do this activity. Schedule it in if it helps. Treat it like a real appointment, not with productivity, but with yourself. At the end of each day, reflect briefly. How did it feel to engage in something you love? What shifted? Your passions are clues to your purpose. They are not distractions from a meaningful life, they are part of it. Reconnecting with what you love is not selfish, it is not frivolous, it is foundational. Passion does not demand that you become exceptional or visible or profitable. It simply asks you to be present. This week, let joy be information. Let it guide you. And remember, Ikigai is not something you force, it is something you listen for. Next week, we'll explore the second pillar, what you're good at, and how your natural strengths are often hiding in plain sight. Until then, give yourself permission to love what you love. That in itself is a powerful beginning. Giatti Glow is powered by the Life Coach Store, which is owned by me, Barb Giatti. On my website, you can find all kinds of great resources for over 20 types of wellness coaches. Check out thelifecoach.store for more information.